We continue our series of interviews in where the goal is to serve as a platform for the candidates who are running for a position on the board of the Student Government Association. I am now joined in the studio by SGA current President Brian LeFort. LeFort is running for his second term in office. Thank you for being with us, LeFort.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
LeFort, what have been some of your accomplishments as president this year?
One major accomplishment that we've had in an effort to build on communications between SGA and the clubs is I put into place a club outreach program. Every senator in the SGA has been assigned a club on campus as a basic contact person for that club. If a club has any issues, they can talk to this person, and it's a direct person within the SGA who will relate the concerns or issues back to SAO, back to SGA, and we can really collaborate with them to help to fix and find a solution to the issue. So that has been one of the big goals and accomplishments that we've had. So I'm very proud of that. Another big accomplishment, more of a subtle accomplishment, has been the tabling that the SGA has done around campus that we started to do. In the past few years of SGA, you would never have seen student senators out in the community. We've tabled, and we had an office hour in the Hyatt. We had an office hour tomorrow night in Miller Hall.
Well, how successful were those tables? Were people coming to you? Because there's, I think there's an idea around campus that SGA is only for clubs and not for the students. So how successful has been these tables?
We've gotten a good turnout so far. We've had people who want to talk, who want to voice their opinions. They've come and they've done so, and they've talked to us. We're able to get a grasp of what they're thinking. We've been able to find out information that we might not have been looking at, and we can act on that. We can bring those issues right to the administration. And I think
SGA is not an organization for the clubs, but it is an organization for students in general.
Right, right. And we need to, and we have started to this year, really press that issue. We've started to have open forum nights where anyone in the student body can come and talk to the SGA senators. So we've had these tables and office hours, and they've been a great success, and we're going to continue to do that, and it's definitely something we'll look to into the future to have. So.
Great. Well, let's stick to the topic of students and in relation to SGA and clubs. You have mentioned before that there is an idea on campus that SGA is above all clubs, and that as president, if you're elected again, you would like to eliminate that belief. But I do believe that SGA is above all clubs. I mean, after all, SGA is a school-sponsored club organization, while the clubs are sponsored by SGA, so there's no way you can really level it. Or how are you going to do that?
I think first off, I think there is definitely this idea on campus from some of the, whether it's clubs who have small numbers or whatnot, small budgets, that SGA is really here and they're down here. And I think that the first thing you do is dialogue. I think you talk to the clubs. I think you invite them to come to the meetings. I think that'll be the first step, is to get them to understand that we are here really to help the clubs on campus, to help all of the students on campus. And I think that's the first thing, is to create some, whether it be a program or whether it be some form of talking to these clubs and really getting them to understand that we're all on one level. Wow. And that's my true belief, and I think we can accomplish that by first dialogue and talking to them, listening to their concerns, doing feedback and focus groups and different sessions like that. So it's definitely there, and we definitely need to attack it and see if we can break some barriers within the clubs on campus and with SGA and other clubs.
Well, LeFort, there are two other candidates running against you. We have freshman Chris Cataldo, and we have current SGA Secretary Olena Savitska. Besides your experience, that's what has been the main theme in your campaign. Elect me because I have the experience. But besides that, why should the student body elect you for another term as president of SGA?
I think this year, well, first of all, I think the experience, I can't stress that enough. Besides that, I think I have been very approachable this year. The SGA, for the clubs that have been on campus and have been active on campus, have noticed that we're always in the office, we're available, you can come in and address any concern that you have with us, and I think we've kind of had this open door policy now in the SGA that has not necessarily been there in the past. So I think other than the experience, I can bring fresh ideas to the table. I think that I have a sense of how the organization is running now and where I'd like to see it, so I know what to implement and where to go, who to talk to in terms of
besides
that
experience,
SGA.
why should anyone elect you?
The vision and the new goals that we'll put in place. I think that
Which are?
Suffolk, which are some of the goals is I want to work on training the SGA senators a bit more, really extends training so that they have a variety of knowledge about Suffolk. I want to work with the administration and make sure that the students know who the administration are, know that students can talk to the administration. I want to make sure that the SGA senators talk to the administration. If I am re-elected as president, I would set up a dynamic within the organization of SGA where I wouldn't be the only one talking to these administrators. And we started that a little bit this year.
Well, you want to take it farther?
I would take it further.
If you're elected.
I would send people, who, not just the e-board either. I would send different senators out to the administrators, and they would be able to talk and get a sense of what's going on in the Suffolk community.
LeFort, surely, we're running out of time. Why do you think that students should vote at all, either for you, for any other candidates? Why should the students get involved in these elections very shortly?
I think that we are the voice on campus. I think that if you ever have a concern or an issue, SGA is the tool and the vehicle to use to get those points across. So I think it's very important to elect people who you think will do a good job in the SGA and will be able to bring your voice to the higher up of the administration. And that's why people should vote for SGA senators and the e-board all alike. So.
Definitely. LeFort, thank you so much. We wish we had more times to keep the conversation going. But there you have it. That was SGA's current president, Brian LeFort, who's running for his second term in office. You can find out more about Brian LeFort's campaign on his Facebook election group by typing SGA LeFort for president, right?
Yep.
SGA elections will take place online from March 9th to the 11th. The student body will get a mass email with the link that they need to follow in order to vote. I am Aquiles Damiron. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you check out more interviews right here on the SuffolkVoice.net in partnership with WSUV. Thank you.